Certain things people say about Batman v Superman particularly troubled me as a person. There was this allegation that Superman killed this man who was a leader of an African rebellion in a fictitious place called Nairomi, Africa. Lois Lane was interviewing him concerning his role, and she was asking if he was a terrorist or not. Okay, and he was talking about the preservation of his people, in which that situation was compromised in the extended edition and the extended scene in Africa, where a CIA agent had infiltrated this interview. Lois Lane was not aware that this person was CIA, and as such, the leader, he then took Lois Lane hostage after killing the agent, and he was going to proceed to kill her. Now here in super slow motion, we're going to observe Superman coming down into the place where Lois Lane is with the leader of the rebel forces, the African forces. Now this is where I am somewhat disturbed. In this particular scene, people allege that Superman killed this African leader. Now I'm going to show you in super slow motion what Superman did, and you will begin to realize that Superman did not kill the leader. Now, as you can see, Superman is deadly serious. You can see how serious his face is. And I think that is what made people think that Superman was going to kill the leader. I think a lot of Superman's facial expressions were not always smiling. Here is Lois Lane. She watches Superman. She realizes she has hope, and she will now move her hands from the leader's hand that was holding her. She seems to know what Superman is about to do. And now we're going to really slow this down so that you can see as she nods to Superman, and Superman gives a slight smile because she realizes what he's about to do. And now you can see the leader's still there, and I'm going to do it in super slow motion. You can see Lois's eyes are squinting. She knows what Superman's about to do. Now you can see, first of all, the leader, as Superman is coming to him, you can see him bracing. He actually lifts his arm and his gun as if he's bracing for something to come at him. And Superman, in a blast, you can only see Superman's cape. You see him envelop both Lois Lane's head is at the side here, and the leader, as Superman just almost like a football tackle, he tackles the guy. Now, if you know anything about tackling, Superman's not pushing the guy, he's actually tackling the guy. That means Superman has embraced him. He basically has gone around this guy's body and embraced him, and his cape is also kind of blocking what's actually happening there. Now you can clearly see Superman is ahead of the guy. That is the guy's head. There is his hand. So the guy is below Superman's body, and he's trailing below Superman. Superman has kind of tackled him and basically enveloped him completely. Let's see what else happens here. And you can see again Superman's cape right there. As Superman bursts through the wall, you can see some light there as he bursts through the first wall. That means Superman has surrounded the guy, enveloped him, which is why you can't even see any parts of the guy's body. He didn't push the guy away, but he enveloped him, and you can kind of see that. He's enveloped him as he bursts through the first wall. Here again now you see Superman's cape, you see Superman's feet. You see the guy's arms flailing. Here you see more of Superman's feet and his cape. Here again, Superman's feet, his cape. And you're mostly just seeing Superman right now, which means he's enveloped the guy. And this is definitely Superman's feet you're seeing there. Now he's gone through one, you can see he's gone through completely one wall. And it seems he's bursting through a second wall. Again, what you're seeing is, you may just be seeing Superman's feet again as he bursts through a second wall. You can't see anything of the guy, but I think you can see a little piece of the guy's body below here. I think that's the guy's body you're watching at, not Superman's cape. This is actually the guy's feet right here. So the guy is actually below Superman. He's below him. And you can clearly see now Superman is on top of the guy is below Superman, as Superman bursts through this second wall here. And this all happened in a snap of a second. Okay, he tackled the guy. He basically tackled the guy. That's what he did. Lois Lane is now reacting, but she's not going to see anything because they're going to be gone by the time she turns around. It's just so fast. And again, you see Superman on top of the guy. The guy's below him. And they're gone. And it's 2 walls. Some people are saying they went through 3 walls. No, it's just 2 walls. There's this wall here, this wall here, and you see some light there. And the bricks haven't even hit the ground yet. And there Lois turns around only to see 2 big old holes. She's like, what on earth just happened? You can see her face move from being excited to being worried and a bit distressed. Alright, let's watch that in a continual play, shall we? So here, let's just go from right here where Lois drops her hands. And this is going to happen in a blur even though it's in super slow motion. She's looking at Superman. She anticipates something happening. And here we go. She nods her head. Superman breaks a slight smile. There he goes. He tackles him. You can see he tackled him. He tackled him straight through and then burst through the wall with him. By the time Lois turns around, they're gone. Alright, let's look at that in real speed, shall we? So you can always go up on YouTube and watch this in real time. And you can slow it down or speed it up by going to the dial and watching that. Okay, this is real speed. Alright, so I just thought I would bring some clarity to that. Superman did not kill this guy, and that's why Clark Kent said, I didn't kill those people, or I didn't kill those men. It's because Superman does not kill folks. He doesn't. That's one thing Superman doesn't do. He doesn't go into a habit of killing people unless you're an absolute and extreme threat. And that terrorist leader was not an absolute and extreme threat to him nor humanity, even though he was an absolute and extreme threat to Lois. And Superman had to act quickly, but he has super speed. He's not as fast as the Flash, but he is pretty fast, okay? And so you saw him use his super speed to tackle the guy before his reflexes could do anything. Even though the guy kind of braced for attack, he kind of backed off a little bit, opened his arms a bit, and then Superman swooped down to the side of Lois and tackled him and burst him through 2 walls. He didn't push him through 2 walls, because if he pushed him through 2 walls, Lois would have gone with him. He had to tackle him. He had to actually envelop him to protect Lois from getting pulled in with the guy, okay? So that's what actually happened. I thought I would educate you guys on what happened in the movie. I'm able to get this clip courtesy of Flashback FM channel. And that's why these channels on YouTube are pretty good, because you can get the source material. Go check it out for yourself. So you should subscribe to FM channel. I'm going to just subscribe right now. They look at little scene clips in movies. And, you know, guys, it's really good to look at these things. But you want to look at them after you've seen a movie. You know, people may put out clips and you may say, oh, they're spoiling the movie. People are going and watching. No. You have to express, you have to display a certain degree of discipline and discretion. If you haven't seen the movie, then just don't look at the clips. It's that simple. You have a choice. And when you finish seeing the movie, then you can go watch the clips and watch the breakdowns. And that's how you do things. You guys have a great one.